I'd like you to join me in saying the please Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, can we have the roll, please?
Vaughn. Sullivan.
Present.
Shower.
Here.
Kenny.
Here.
Gustafson.
Here.
Plistic. Belzak.
Here.
5 present, 2 absent.
We have a quorum. As you may notice, on the agenda it says swearing in of Mayor for the Day, Nikos Gamopoulos. Due to the tornado last night and the work that we were involved in today, took up a lot of our time in the afternoon, and we wanted to spend some time with Nikos this afternoon. So I talked to his mother, and he'll be coming in and joining us for Mayor for the Day on July 19th. That's why the change. Questions, comments, and announcements of a general nature to anybody in the audience? Mr. Mallers?
Good evening. How are you?
Do you think?
Do I have to say my name and address?
We want to raise the microphone?
Certainly. Do I have to say my name and address? Okay, good. I just wanted to take a few minutes to thank Dan and his team for what they did, especially in our subdivision. We had a lot of trees down, and his team was out there at 1 o'clock in the morning working on it. So I know there was a lot of stuff going on and everything, but no major damage to any homes, but just a lot of trees down, and these guys took care of it. So kudos to you, Dan, and your team.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Pass
you.
that on.
Anybody else? If not, we'll move to the approval of the minutes for June 7th, 2021. Do I have a motion to approve? Alderwoman Sullivan, seconded by Alderman Belzak. Any questions or comments? If none, the roll.
Sullivan.
Aye.
Belzak.
Aye.
Gustafson.
Aye.
Kenny.
Aye.
Shower.
Aye.
5 ayes and 2 absent.
Minutes have been approved. Takes us to receiving of communications. Any of the aldermen have communications for the council? There being none? Oh, Mary?
I was just going to say, I mean, obviously, hot off the press, today, lots of, I'm sure, of the fellow council members, I know City Hall, the mayor, Brian, were all getting lots of communications, but by far, Municipal Services was getting the calls. And just everyone I've spoken to, either via text, email, or in person when I was out, could not sing the praises more of Municipal Services and the city's response so quickly. And they were thanking me, and I'm like, well, I'll pass on the thanks, but I had nothing to do with it. I go, and I'm sure the Municipal Services team just did what they always did. They jumped into action without even being asked. It's like an automatic reflex for them. And once again, so proud to be a Darien representative and having such great people to work with.
Thank you, Mary. Anyone else? Takes us to the mayor's report, and before we get to item A, I'd just like to talk a little bit about the incident, the tornado last night. We went out today early this morning to survey the damage caused by last evening's tornado. We saw significant damage to a number of areas in Darien, with emphasis on the Pinehurst and Sawmill Creek areas. Our public works crew were out in the early morning hours, clearing and cleaning streets, and that work continued into the morning hours. We had an opportunity to talk to residents within the community who were out clearing their property and assisting their neighbors. It was really a wonderful thing to see. We were down Lakeview in the retention area, and there was a gentleman helping a homeowner, and he lived in the Idlewild apartments, and yet he came over to help her. This cleanup will continue tomorrow, but I would like Mr. Gombeck to give us an update on where we will go for the remainder of the week. Dan?
Thank you. Mr. Mayor, good evening, City Council, our viewing residents at home, and our residents that are here this evening. First of all, obviously we had a storm, significant tornado that came through town yesterday, and the effects of it were rather massive. Lamont Road, telephone poles that were just basically twisted and just strewn all over the roadway like they were straws. Pieces of steel of a roof from across the street basically blocked the Woodmere entrance, and one piece of the flat metal roof was about 2 blocks away. In one particular case, there was a home. It looked, the winds opened it up like a dollhouse. And literally the wall was gone, but you could see the clothes as if they were untouched, just hanging on the second floor with the walls exposed and the bedroom right there and seeing the bed. So it's amazing to see what these winds can do. Regardless, we had about 10 properties with damage, home damage, structural damage. So our building department, Don Morris Architects, went and visited all those sites today, made some preliminary assessments, and those assessments will get transferred back to their groups to reach out to structural engineers to determine if further condemnation is required or what type of repairs should be put in place. At the same time, back out with Chris, my first thoughts were, we're going to get a new public works building. Well, that didn't happen. So, but that on the side, most of the tree damage that we had was in Pinehurst, Bailey Park, Woodmere, Sawmill Creek. We don't have a solid count for you, but between the private and the public trees, it's in excess of 100, maybe 200 trees. We as a department are only capable of doing so much. Obviously, these trees that were coming out were 24, 32, 48-inch diameter trees. And when they're pulled out of the ground, they're twisted with everything else that the winds brought in. So we reached out to DuPage County, Homeland Security. There's a group, and it's never really been activated in Darien. It's basically a group where every municipality tries to partner up and send equipment out to their neighboring municipalities to help them. So what the process is the director, administrator, mayor may reach out to Homeland Security. We put a request in. In this case, we put a request in for box trucks with chippers. We requested 15 of them. We requested grapplers, 5 grapplers. Grapplers are a type of machine that basically takes the trees and untangles them and puts them into the street for the crews to be able to cut them safely. We also asked for crews with chainsaws. We also woke up Homer Tree Services last night to make sure that we were the first kids on the block to have him and his crews come out. We were fortunate enough to be able to get 2 full crews out here, whatever time it was, 6 o'clock this morning. By 9 o'clock, we had several cities, villages respond. Some of those were the county of DuPage. They responded with equipment, 1, 2, probably 3 or 4 pieces of equipment, 6, 7 manpower. Westmont, I believe, was coming today or this afternoon as well. Warrenville is committed. Roselle is committed. Carroll Stream. I think I said Lyle. So it's really great to have this collaboration and the contacts to be able to reach out to these agencies and to be able to provide a service back to residents that's, above and beyond which Darien has always been. So that's kind of where we're at. Our goal is for the next 48 hours to keep this Homeland Security Emergency Operations Center in effect. Based on the assessment that we do tomorrow, we'll have an opportunity to see if and what else we need. Our goals right now is to take the parkway trees that are destroyed, flush them out. Any types of hangers that are within aprons, driveways / private property. When I say private property, that have the opportunity to enter a right-of-way or cause further damage to a vehicle, we will evaluate it And if there's an opportunity, we'll have our vendor, Homer Tree, remove it and secure it. We won't take it away, but we'll remove it and secure it. We also have another organization that consists of volunteers of firemen, arborists. So there's been a call out to them. We've had several of those people come in. They're basically, what they do is they show up at our station. They sign waivers, et cetera, and they provide a volunteer service at no charge. And they basically are cutting up all the trees with chainsaws. They're all certified operators in chainsaws, so we don't have people just running around with chainsaws, if you want to say. Other than that, I think we're in rather good shape. I know one of the things this evening at our committee, we have the tree planting program. What kind of timing was that? So with the tree planting program, and Alderman, our Chairman Belzak will further expound on it later, but we requested for an additional 100 trees for this incident, which we did not anticipate. If there's any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer anything.
Dan, for those areas that didn't experience really any problems, any trees out, this is our normal brush pickup week. So obviously, we did have actually a couple calls asking about that, and I think that's just going to be pushed until you can get through, obviously, the storm damage. So for those residents, we'll just leave it out there till we get there.
Correct.
Is that correct?
That's correct. For example, in Tom Belzak's ward, Joe Kenny's, Lester's, and Tom mostly too, there was really no damage within those areas. In some cases, you never even would have known a storm came through last night. We're going to be delayed somewhat. We'll update the schedule by Wednesday, Thursday to see where we're at with the rest of the damage.
Thanks, Dan.
Thank you.
I also would like to thank our local and state leaders who called me today to offer their assistance following this event today. And this was, I think I talked to everybody but Joe Biden today. I talked to and spoke to Governor Pritzker, who called, Alicia Tate, who is the Illinois Director of the Office of Emergency Management, Senator John Curran, Representative Bill Foster, Senator Tammy Duckworth, and County Board Member Julie Renahan. Alicia Tate is Director of Office in Emergency Management. That is the office that we would work with to do damage assessment, as well as the office we would work with to get declared a disaster area. A federal disaster area requires $18 million worth of damage. I talked to Mayor Trilla, who also talked to Mayor Cunningham from Woodridge, and Mayor Cunningham, despite all the damage to Woodridge, does not feel that there's $18 million worth of damage. So the money we may be looking at, it would be coming from the state, not the federal. I talked to Representative Foster, and he really felt that he would work on our behalf to make sure that the governor and the state did something for the city of Darien, as well as the village of Woodridge and the city of Naperville. So we're looking forward to working with Alicia Tate in the future. I'd also like to let you know that we've heard from a number of local churches that have offered their services following the tornadoes. Lord of Life Lutheran Church and Four Corners Church have been volunteered their services on behalf of our tornado victims. This afternoon, I was given an opportunity to give them a way of doing that. Members of Lord of Life will be assisting the Darien Lions Club in a food packing and food distribution program tomorrow afternoon. The Lions Club will be buying food and items that people who've been put out of their homes would need. They'll be packing that food, and they'll be taking that to a tented area where it will be distributed. And that effort is being led by Jim Jankowski, who is one of the Darien Lions Club members. So the Lord of Life people will be working with them. And the last thing I want to offer is that in addition to my compliments to the Public Works guys, they were wonderful. When I was out there at 6:30 this morning, driving through Lou Mallour subdivision, and it was like a war zone. And yet these guys were working the streets and pulling brush back on this, onto the ground. Mary joined Brian and I out there later. We walked. I just could not believe what I saw, so I want to thank the Public Works guys. But I received a call from a Mr. Kelkar of the Pinehurst subdivision, and he called and he said, I just want you to know that our Public Works guys are the best. And a funny aside, Brian and I and Mary were walking in the retention area off of Lakeview, and that is the backyard to a lot of homes there. And there was an older woman, really nice lady, with a smile on her face, just told us how much she appreciated our Public Works workers. And she looked at Brian and I and she goes, and they're cute too.
That's part of the job description.
So and the remarkable thing, and Mary, I think will agree, as will Brian, when we stopped and talked to people, they weren't morose. They had smiles on their face. They were active. They were working to clean the area. They were talkative, and they were extremely grateful to see people from the city out there. So we have a very resilient community, and we have a lot of really good people who are all out there helping one another, and I think that really they need to be commended for that. With that, I'll move to the first item that's really under the mayor's report. It's consideration of a motion to approve an ordinance amending Title II of the Darien City Code, Boards and Commissions, by amending Chapter 4, Section 242, Economic Development Committee Teams. Could I have a motion to approve that? Alderwoman Sullivan, seconded by Alderman Kenny. Questions or comments?
Terms up there, not teams.
Pardon me?
Terms, not teams.
Terms. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yours.
Any questions? And again, this is so we can expand the EDC to include a member of the Darien Chamber of Commerce. The Darien Chamber of Commerce and the EDC have formed a closer working relationship, and we think it's to the benefit of both groups to have a representative on EDC. Mary, did you want to add something?
I just want to say it's been a pleasure to work with the Economic Development Committee. They got off to a great start, and then with COVID, they really put the thrust of their efforts into communicating and meeting with and talking to our current businesses to make sure that they could stay in Darien, get the support of the city, get the support of the community, and I really feel like that made a tremendous difference in outreach. And I think adding a member of the Darien Chamber of Commerce is just like a natural partnership going forward. And we've already had a great working relationship, but I think to formalize it and have a seat at the table will be even greater. And I'm just so appreciative, too, to see the continued commitment by the existing members. I think adding Brian and Tom will be just a win-win. And I'm just very grateful to Tina Belkey for her leadership. The last 2 years, she will be deeply missed. Hard little shoes to fill, and big shoes, but little feet. But I've really enjoyed working with her and getting to know her, and she's really set a great stage for our future.
Thank you, Mary. We have a motion and a second. We have the roll, please.
Sullivan,
Aye.
Kenny,
Aye.
Gustafson,
Aye.
Belzak,
Aye.
Shower,
Aye.
5 ayes and 2 absent.
Motion's been approved. Item B, consideration of a motion to approve the appointment of Brian Lidkey and Thomas Pappas to the Economic Development Committee. Motion to approve. Alderman Belzak, seconded by Alderman Shower. Questions or comments? If none, the roll.
Belzak,
Aye.
Shower,
Aye.
Kenny,
Aye.
Gustafson,
Aye.
Sullivan,
Aye.
5 ayes, 2 absent.
Motion's been approved. Item C, consideration of a motion to approve the reappointment of Brian Gay as chairperson, Robert Hahn, Angelo Imbrogno, Louis Mallers, Nick Pitzer, and Matthew Weberlane to the Economic Development Committee. Motion to approve. Mary, seconded by Joe Kenny. Any questions? All in favor?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Roll call.
Sullivan,
Aye.
Kenny,
Aye.
Gustafson,
Aye.
Shower,
Aye.
Belzak,
Aye.
5 ayes, 2 absent.
Could all of the new members and reappointed members come forward, please? We have a number that will not be here tonight that will find time to. Great job. Thank you. Appreciate it. Bring it to the fold at another date. Joanne?
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear. That I will support the Constitution of the United States. And the Constitution of the State of Illinois. And that I will faithfully discharge. The duties of. Economic Development Committee. According to the best of my ability. Okay.
Brian and Tom together.
Congrats, Brian.
I've done that before in text. One person.
Thank you very much.
Welcome aboard. Lou?
Congrats, Lou.
Thanks again, Lou.
Thanks for being here too today.
Thanks, Nick, for sticking around.
And I believe they have a meeting.
Hey, Lou,
July
buddy.
8th.
Yes.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Congrats, Lou, again,
And Tina,
really.
I'd like to say, I know Mary thanked you for your role. 2 years ago,
I'm
when we
sure.
developed
All
this
right,
committee,
tonight.
we went looking for a chairperson. Tina volunteered her time, and, she led this committee through its infancy, and she did a remarkable job with them, because what they did for the city with regard to their meeting with businesses, they're going out into the community to find out how businesses were doing. We shifted attention from bringing new business in to maintaining businesses during COVID. And Tina's committee really worked diligently at that. And so many thanks to you. I wish you well. I know that you will continue to serve Darien in any way. We hope we don't lose you from Darien, and we hope you stay around for a while. But thank you very much, and congratulations for all your effort. Takes us to the city clerk's report. Joanne?
I have a couple of announcements. City offices will be closed on Monday, July the 5th, in observance of Independence Day. The Tuesday, July 6th Darien City Council meeting has been canceled, and the next city council meeting will be held on Monday, July 19th.
Thank you, Joanne. City administrator's report. Brian?
No report, Mayor.
Thank you. Department head information and questions. Any questions for Chief Thomas or for Dan Gombeck? If none, then we'll move to the treasurer's report. Mike?
Thank you, Mayor. This evening, I'm requesting council's approval of warrant number 212204 in the amount of $679,571.88 from listed funds. Payroll for the period ended June 17th in the amount of $277,405.84 for a total to be approved of $956,977.72.
Motion to approve. Alderman Shower, seconded by Alderman Belzak. Any questions or comments for the treasurer? If none, the roll.
Shower.
Aye.
Belzak.
Aye.
Gustafson.
Aye.
Sullivan.
Aye.
Kenny.
Aye.
5 ayes, 2 absent.
The warrant's been approved. Standing committee reports. Do any of the chairmen have anything for the council tonight? Alderman Kenny.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Police committee meeting was canceled this evening. Our next meeting will be on Monday, July 19th, 6 p.m. at in the police training room.
Thank you. Anything else? Mary?
As you mentioned just a few moments ago, the next Economic Development Committee meeting will be on Thursday, July 8th at 7 p.m. in council chambers. And since we will not be having a first meeting in July for City Council, the next Administrative Finance Committee meeting will be on Monday, August 2nd at 6 p.m. in the conference room upstairs.
Thank you. Alderman Belzak?
Thank you, Mayor. This evening, Municipal Services Committee held their June meeting, and we approved the May minutes. Our next meeting will be is currently scheduled for Monday, July 26th, at 7 p.m. in council chambers.
Thank you. That takes us to questions and comments, agenda related. I don't believe there's anyone in the audience to ask any questions, so I'm going to move to old business. There being none, I move to the consent agenda. And please stay with me because we changed the letters around a little bit. And if I err, please let me know. Item A, consideration of a motion granting a waiver of the $50 a day fee for the Class J temporary liquor license for the Darien Lions Club. Item B, consideration of a motion to approve a resolution authorizing the purchase of 2 Konica Minolta BizHub copiers from Impact in an amount not to exceed $15,510. Item C, consideration of a motion to approve a resolution authorizing the purchase of 1 new water main service trailer from Arizona Trailer Specialists Incorporated, doing business as C&I Equipment Company, in an amount not to exceed $32,140. Item D, consideration of a motion to approve a resolution authorizing the purchase of 1 water dog sprayer from Air One Equipment in an amount not to exceed $7,759. Item E, Item E is consideration of a motion to approve a resolution authorizing the purchase of 1 new Skyjack electric-powered scissor lift model, SJ3220, from Lift Works Incorporated, in an amount not to exceed $15,475. Item F, consideration of a motion to approve a resolution authorizing the purchase of 125 banners from Bannersville, USA, in an amount not to exceed $13,760. Item G, consideration of a motion to approve a resolution authorizing a reimbursement for a native area planting, Holly Park, to the Darien Park District in an amount not to exceed $7,445. Item H, consideration of a motion to approve a resolution accepting a quote from National Wash Authority, LLC, for the pressure washing services for the city's potable water tanks at a cost not to exceed $19,900. Item I, consideration of a motion to approve a resolution accepting a storm sewer easement for the following property: 7929 Glen Lane. Item J, consideration of a motion to approve a resolution authorizing the purchase of 1 new trailer-mounted high-pressure sewer cleaner from Hotjet USA model XF21240 UHO in an amount not to exceed $33,245. And item K, consideration of a motion to approve a resolution authorizing the purchase of 1 new HP Design X1 360 PostScript multifunction printer from Master Graphics Incorporated in an amount not to exceed $14,318. Motion to approve. Alderwoman Sullivan, seconded by Alderman Shower. And the roll.
Sullivan,
Aye.
Shower,
Aye.
Kenny,
Aye.
Gustafson,
Aye.
Belzak,
Aye.
5 ayes and 2 absent.
The consent agenda has been approved. That takes us to our new business. Under new business, we have several items. First item we have is item A, consideration of a motion to approve a resolution accepting the unit price proposal from Hispano Lawn Service Maintenance and Landscaping Company, doing business as HL Landscape, for the purchase and installation of the 50/50 Parkway Tree Program and the Parkway Tree Replacement Program in an amount not to exceed $31,145. Motion to approve, Alderman Belzak, seconded by Alderman Shower. Discussion. Alderman Belzak.
This time I'd like to make a motion to amend new business line item A to expand on what was already in the motion and to include an additional sum of $40,000 for the planting of approximately 100 new trees as a result of last night's storm. That would bring the entire sum that we are seeking to $71,145.
Motion to approve.
I made a motion to amend. Don't we need to second that and pass that?
I need a second. Alderman Shower. In the roll.
Okay, first we're going to vote on the amendment, and then we go back to the original motion.
Correct.
For the amendment, Belzak,
Aye.
Shower,
Aye.
Sullivan,
Aye.
Kenny,
Aye.
Gustafson.
Aye.
The vote is 5-2. And on the original motion, Belzak,
Aye.
Shower,
Aye.
Sullivan,
Aye.
Gustafson,
Aye.
Kenny.
Aye.
Vote is 5-2.
Isn't it five
5 to
and then
0.
2
5 to
absent?
I'm sorry, 5-2, 5 present, 5 for, 2 absent. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You said, yeah, 5-2 on both, and I just want to make sure.
No, it's absent.
Okay.
Item B, consideration of a motion to approve a resolution authorizing the services for the purchase and installation of an in-ground irrigation system for the planter beds located at 75th Street and Plainfield Road from Dynamic Irrigation in an amount not to exceed $79,280. Motion to approve. Alderman Kenny, second by Alderman Belzak, and discussion.
I personally feel that half of this should be split with DuPage County, so I'm against this.
Okay. Anyone else?
You know, we're investing a lot of money into that corridor, and if we don't take care of it by watering it,
understand.
you know, we're gonna be throwing more money later on. So I
Not
felt
just our corridor.
it was responsible for us to do it, no matter, you know, county or not.
Mary?
I know this has been talked about before within a committee, but because it is a DuPage, it's a county corridor, but we, maintain it. What's the arrangement? So it's like they just like lend it to us, lease it to us. What's the?
So in a governmental agreement, the council approves annually for basically landscape services, and certain things like this would be above and beyond where Dan would, the department would apply for a permit from the county, just like the landscaping, that was above and beyond our intergovernmental agreement.
And also, just to expound on it, the lights up and down 75th Street, the median, the decorative lights, those are all the city of Darien's
Right.
with the permission of the, from the county, so.
So what does the county pay for? Anything?
County
Plowing it.
pays us,
When they don't barely plow it, so let's not even count plowing into it.
well, the county pays us to mow the grass.
Now, are they paying us what they should be paying us? Or is this
Recently-
a discounted what they willing to pay you?
Recently, meaning as of 2 years ago, they have increased the ante on a per acre basis. I've pleaded with them previously where they've said no. Again, we take it to a new level. We take it to a level of where we use fertilization, and as much environmentally safe as possible. We fertilize, we mow.
So we lose the money on the deal because we're doing a lot more than they're paying for.
I'm not sure how you look at it. I'm not sure how you're losing money.
Well, they're paying you to do a certain level of work, and you're doing a level of work much above it.
But that's
Because the
by,
city
that's by the city
council-
council's choice,
Right.
though,
No,
Eric,
I
right? Just so the
understand that.
public,
I
yeah, just so
understand
that
that, but
everybody.
that's still something that we're paying for.
Yeah, but we don't have to do anything and just let it grow wild. So there is that opportunity.
Years ago, when I was first on the council, we didn't take care of the medians.
No,
I can't begin to tell you how bad they
I
were.
remember that.
They looked terrible. They had weeds. They had all kinds of garbage in them. I mean, our intersections now on 75th and Cass and over at Plainfield and 75th, actually, they look beautiful.
We get a lot of compliments on, especially when you drive when the sun sets, on a westbound travel. It's just,
Basically an introduction to who we are as a city.
Correct.
Because that beautification would never be done by the county. Clearly, based on previous history, they would just leave it to go wild. So it's
correct.
Darien's choice because it's a reflection of our community.
Correct.
So Dan, I think, I mean, we're saying go wild, but they would cut it, but not as often. They might cut it every
it's-
3 weeks, and we cut it every week,
It'd
but
be like a state right-of-way, is probably the best way to compare it
Yeah.
to.
Okay.
Ted?
Yeah, just to piggyback off of you, Mr. Mayor. 10, 11 years ago, what was happening, and Dan said this, there were so many weeds that was up and down 75th Street. We would get complaints all day long about it and how ugly it looks and blah, blah, blah. And then we would have discussions about the fact that we're spending money when basically the county should turn around and take care of it. And they weren't going to do it. In the end, it's one of those situations that it's our home. We got to take care of it, and that's how I look at it. So I think we're chasing good money after good on this.
So maybe what we should do is start plowing those roads and get the county to pay us to plow them, since they can't do a good job either.
I want to be careful with that, with the manpower and
I
the equipment,
understand.
so.
I understand, but I mean, that's where we're getting to, just because the county can't frankly do their job of any of these things, we have to pick up the burden. And I'm just getting tired of picking up the burden for a county that's getting a huge amount of tax revenue and not spending it back and putting it back into the community.
I would be real careful, Eric, about what you say. We work hard to develop a good working
Wow.
relationship with the
Then they
county.
need to start plowing the streets and doing their work.
I'm going to call the question. Joanne?
Kenny,
Aye.
Belzak,
Aye.
Gustafson,
No,
Shower,
Aye.
Sullivan,
Aye.
4 ayes, 1 nay, and 2 absent.
Motion is approved. Item C, under new business, consideration of a motion to approve authorizing a $15,000 expenditure for essential materials and services to supply and transition the irrigation system for the planter beds located at 75th Street and Plainfield Road to the city's water system. Motion to approve. Alderman Shower, second by Alderman Belzak. And again, discussion.
comments.
There's none. The roll.
Shower,
Aye.
Belzak,
Aye.
Gustafson,
No,
Kenny,
Aye.
Sullivan,
Aye.
4 ayes, 1 nay, and 2 absent.
The item is approved. It takes us to item D, consideration of a motion to approve the expenditure of budgeted funds, line item 01-40-4325, consulting professional services for a 1-year law enforcement policy manual update subscription from Lexipol LLC in the amount of $8,819. Motion to approve. Alderwoman Sullivan, second by Alderman Kenny. Any discussion? None. The roll.
Sullivan,
Aye.
Kenny,
Aye.
Shower,
Aye.
Gustafson,
aye.
Belzak,
Aye.
5 ayes and 2 absent.
Takes us to questions and comments and announcements. Do any of the aldermen have anything they'd like to share with the council? Mary?
I mentioned this at the last meeting, but this will be the final meeting before the event is over. The Hinsdale South Booster Club is still doing a eco-clean, environmentally friendly trash can cleaning fundraiser. You can still sign up. It'll be done the day of or day after your trash is picked up. They do recycling bins. It's quick and it's convenient, and the results are really exciting and magnificent. I know I'm talking about trash cans, but it makes a huge difference, and it is environmentally friendly. You can go to the Hinsdale South Booster website to get more information about this program. It's through the end of June.
Alderman Gustafson?
Yeah, this Thursday, the Darien Park District is sponsoring their summer movies in the park at Ridgewood Park in the Farmingdale Ridge subdivision at 7661 Wakefield Drive, and that movie will start at dusk.
Thank you. Anyone else? I had one thing I wanted to
Go ahead.
mention. I'm sorry, Tom?
I was just going to mention that the Independence Day Parade will be going forward It is on Monday, July the 5th, which is the federal observance of the holiday. It'll again be sponsored by the Darien Lions Club, and the majority of the parade will go down 71st Street in the Hinsbrook subdivision.
And you still have 2 days to get your application in to get a unit in the parade, correct? 23rd?
I believe that's correct.
I believe it's correct too.
As most of you know, the city of Darien got its name from Darien, Connecticut. 2 weeks ago, Nick Darien came to me with an idea for our 9/11 Memorial Day. He found an article in the Hartford Courant that told the story of 6 Darien, Connecticut residents who died in 9/11. And he thought it might be nice if we honored those people at our 9/11 event. Excuse me.
I think Joe's going to get you some
Very
water.
dry throat. We thought it was a good idea. So what we're going to do is we're going to have 6 flags. Thank you.
Hope he put something good in there.
I talk too much. We're going to have 6 flags at the picnic, similar to what the Darien Lions Club have. And each flag at the base will have a story of that individual who died in 9/11. I thought I think it's a nice program. I think it's nice that we're doing this. So I called the mayor, and she's not the mayor. She is what's called the first selectman. They have what's called a selectman. You're a council, they're a selectman. Her name is Jamie Stevenson. And I got her secretary, or her administrative assistant, or her Lisa Clem, so to speak. And I explained everything, and they were extremely, extremely excited, thinking it was a wonderful honor. Jamie Stevenson called me back Friday. I was not in the office when she called. I called her back today. And she says, I can't tell you how touched we are that you're going to honor 6 people that we knew and loved in your 9/11 anniversary celebration. She says, I personally knew 2 of those people. And she said, right after that event took place, my husband and I attended funerals for a number of those people that died in the World Trade Center. And she said, if anything, I would love to come out and I would love to see that event. And she says, and I really love the fact that our sister, brother city, whatever you want to call it, in Illinois is thinking of us for that event. And she made a point to tell me that they say Darien, not Darien. But she was extremely moved by it. And she said, I want to stay in touch with you. And I'd like to come out. If I can't come out for that event, I want to come out for an event to meet with you, to meet with your council, to see the city of Darien, because we're very proud that you took our name for your community. And I just thought that was a nice story to share.
Very nice.
And so we may see the first selectman, Jamie Stevenson, at our 9/11 celebration.
Very nice.
Anything else? All right, motion to adjourn. Oh, we have somebody,
No, I was doing a motion.
Just had a hand, right?
I was going to acknowledge you. All in favor?
Aye.
Made the motion.
Who made the motion?
Sylvia.
Sylvia.
I
Very
did, Ted
solid.
did, whatever.
Shower.